What is yoga in the true sense? Yoga is not only about physical postures or the asana. Yoga is the union of the soul with the divine. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, a treatise on the Indian yoga philosophy, is a collection of 195 aphorisms. In the second aphorism of chapter Vibhutipad, sage Patanjali says, cessation of the tendencies of the mind is yoga. In Samadhipada, the first chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the sage has explained from aphorisms 24 to 29 that yoga, or union with the divine, can be attained only by chanting the divine name. What is in the universe is within, and what is within is in the universe. The divine power whom we seek outside actually resides within us. Gurudev Sri Ramlalji Siyag introduces you to the one within you through Siddha Yoga. Meditation on Gurudev Siyag's photograph induces automatic yogic movements. Why is a lifeless photograph of Gurudev Siyag able to bring about such a phenomenon? Gurudev attained the Gayatri Siddhi in 1969 and the Krishna Siddhi in 1984. As a result of attaining these two siddhis, yogic movements occur automatically when meditating on his image. There are two things that a seeker needs to practice: chanting of the Sanjeevani mantra, meditate on Gurudev Siyag's photo. This is the same Sanjeevani mantra about which many years ago Maharshi Aurobindo said that it is a secret and mystic mantra and not yet revealed. On which part of the body should one meditate? Our sages have divided the human body into two parts. The first part consists of 9 openings. They are the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, etc. These 9 doors open towards the world. The second part consists of the 10th door. It is the Agya Chakra, the third eye. This eye opens within. One should meditate on the third eye spot. By chanting the Sanjeevani mantra, the Kundalini, or the divine feminine energy, gets awakened. The awakened Kundalini takes control of the body, life force, mind, and intellect of the practitioner and induces yogic movements during meditation. Yogic movements can be in the form of asana, mudra, bandh, pranayam, and many more. These automatic yogic movements free the seeker from all kinds of diseases. By this spiritual practice, a seeker is freed from addictions too. You don't have to quit alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs. Instead, these things will leave you on their own due to the end of demands from within by the change of tendencies. By chanting the Sanjeevani mantra, a seeker experiences intoxicating joy and bliss. A seeker acquires intuitive knowledge and can see and hear unlimited past and future during the meditative state. Gurudev Siyag's Siddha Yoga takes the seeker to the pinnacle of spiritual evolution leading to liberation. The objective of Gurudev Siyag's Siddha Yoga is the divine transformation of mankind. For Shaktipat initiation, listen to the Sanjeevani mantra in the divine voice of Gurudev Siyag.
अब वो मैं आपको दीक्षा दूंगा तो आपकी कुंडलिनी जागृत हो जाएगी, वो आपका शरीर, प्राण, मन और बुद्धि अपने कंट्रोल में कर लेंगे और ऑटोमेटिकली योग होगा। आप चाहोगे तो नहीं होगा। जिस अंग में कुछ गड़बड़ है उसको टोन अप करेगी कुंडलिनी, स्टिमुलेट करेगी, और जब तक वो ठीक नहीं हो जाए योग होता रहेगा। निर्गुण निराकार और सगुण साकार दोनों शक्तियों का मुझे साक्षात्कार हो गया, सिद्धि प्राप्त हो गई। इस प्रकार दोनों सिद्धियां होने के कारण से मेरी तस्वीर से योग होना शुरू हो गया। ये अचंबा आज तक नहीं हुआ। तो इस प्रकार आपको केवल नाम जपना है और ध्यान करना है, और मुझे यहां देखना है। मंत्र एक ही गुरु का चलेगा और ध्यान मेरा करना पड़ेगा। उसके बाद में आपकी छुट्टी। अगर मुझ में कुछ गुंजाइश है तो काम अभी शुरू हो जाएगा। मैं आपको आपसे खुद से इंट्रोडक्शन करूंगा। आप क्या हो? आप शरीर नहीं हो, ये आत्मा है। आत्मा अजर अमर है। तो मंत्र है क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग। तो इसको जपना है राउंड द क्लॉक। तो किसी बीमारी से ग्रसित हो, इससे ठीक हो जाओगे आप। अच्छा, अब ध्यान करो भाई 15 मिनट। यहां मुझे देखो और नाम जब चालू रखो। कोई प्रकार की योगिक क्रिया हो तो घबराएगा नहीं। 15 मिनट ध्यान करो, 15 मिनट में अपना बंद हो जाएगी। मन ही मन जपो, और जीव नहीं रहना चाहिए। क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग।
Method of meditation. Sit comfortably facing any direction and look at Gurudev Siyag's picture for a while. Then close your eyes and pray to Gurudev to help you meditate for 15 minutes. Now, while focusing on Gurudev Siyag's image at the third eye spot, mentally chant the Sanjeevani mantra without moving the lips or tongue. If you experience any kind of yogic movements during meditation, let them happen. They cleanse the body from all kinds of afflictions and clear the pathway for spiritual progress. Try this and experience a whole new world.
Jai Gurudev to everyone. Jai Gurudev. Firstly, we would like to pay our heartfelt gratitude to our empowered spiritual master, Gurudev Sri Ram Lal Siyag. Because of him, we are conducting this session, and his grace is running through us. Gurudev has given, as we have seen in the video, Gurudev has given a simple method of meditation and practice which we should follow for to reach to the pinnacle of spiritual evolution. As we know, the kingdom of God is within. God is residing within us. That God is residing in the uppermost crown of our body, spiritual body. If we reach up and we can reach up to that Sahasrar, the uppermost crown where the Lord resides, by a simple method which is given by our Gurudev. We have to chant simply the mantra of Gurudev round the clock, and twice a day we need to meditate for 15 minutes only. And by doing this, our inner journey starts, and we go within and we experience the bliss also. is happening to lots of disciple of Gurudev's disciples. Today in the session, we will discuss about the stages, two beautiful stages that a seeker come across while following this Siyag Siddhi Yoga. That is, one is the stage of Ajapa, and second is the A stage when seeker attains or seeker listens various sounds, divine sound, that is called nad. There are two stages which generally comes to the seeker who follows this Guru Siyak Siddhi Yoga. First is the Ajapa, and second is the nad, which in the English called divine sound. If we discuss on these things, we will discuss on this topic today in the session, and everyone participating in this session will also throw his thoughts on these two things. And apart from that, anyone can share their personal experience, their inner development, what they are experiencing by doing this Siddhi Yoga. In my personal experience, if you see Ajapa, Gurudev always says that in the beginning, if first we have to listen the mantra from Gurudev's voice, and the moment we listen the Gurudev's voice, the mantra, the divine word, our initiation gets complete, and the Kundalini power gets awakened. And after that, for few days, maybe in some cases in 1 or 2 days, automatic chanting from within starts. That stage is called Ajapa state. Ajapa state. In that state, in the beginning, we have to constantly remember and keep on chanting the mantra. After that, somebody else within a divine person within a resides who starts chanting the mantra. That automatic chanting stage comes. Then Gurudev says that we have to listen to that Ajapa automatic chanting mantra. In the night when we wake up, we see that the mantra is going on. Mantra is automatically being chanted. This is the most pious and divine stage. It comes to the life of every seeker who is following this. Generally, in the every seeker who is following this Guru Siyak Siddhi Yoga, that is Kalajapa stage, the automatic chanting. Then we have to listen to that chanting throughout the day and rest and meditation twice a day. And there comes after that, there is another stage that is called the stage of nad, when we listen to divine sounds, maybe in the form of running water, maybe in the form of water flowing. Maybe you may be hearing the sound of birds chirping. You may hear the sounds of cloud bursting, etc. But these divine sounds you will automatically hear in your 2 years, or you may say it may be buzzing in your head. This is also a divine and pious stage that we come across by practicing this Siyak Siddhi Yoga. At that time, Gurudev advises that listen to these sounds. These are divine sounds. It uplifts our inner spiritual journey. It gives, it accelerates the inner spiritual progress. So these are the two stages when we, if somebody from the outside, if they doesn't know these things, then it may seem that something weird is happening. Some buzzing sound is maybe in some problem in the ear, but actually it is not the problem. It is the divine stage when we hear those divine sounds. This is from my side. I'd request everyone to participate and share their views on these two topics today, which generally comes in the sadhana practice of this Siddhi Yoga, the Japa stage and and the Nadi stage. Jai Gurudev, Pankaj ji, Gurudev bhai. Let us begin
Jai
from you.
Gurudev, everyone. Jai Gurudev. Well, we do not distinguish Siddha Yoga as process of different stages. But yeah, as you mentioned that these are the two changes, I would say. Once a seeker starts practicing Siddha Yoga, he will pass through many changes. Few of those are what we are discussing. Like first one is starting the japa jap, and the another one is experiencing the Brahmanad or the divine sound. So, as we are confined to these topics today, I would say that Ajapa Jap, as you described it correctly, that this aradhana or this entire process depends on very single activity, that is chanting of the mantra. So Gurudev says that you need to chant this mantra. The mantra is Sanjeevani mantra, which is given by Gurudev in his words, in his voice, and that a seeker has to chant it mentally throughout the day and forever. It's, um, the ladies have to chant it throughout their month, even during the menstrual cycle. So everywhere we need to chant that. Even in toilet also we need to chant that continuously. So this is our foremost and prime duty, that we need to put mental effort of to do it. But Gurudev says that you need to put effort for first 15 days only. If you chant it properly and if you recall it during the day, just check it if the mantra is going within your heart or not. If it is not being chanted, then start it mentally only. If you do so for the 5 7 times in a day, you will experience that after 10 15 days the mantra will start automatically. That means you will not required to put any additional effort then onwards to chant that mantra. So in simple language we can say that the entire philosophy and entire process depends on single activity, which is chanting of the mantra, and that also a seeker has to chant it forcefully or maybe with mental effort in beginning 15 days only. After that the mantra will start automatically. So when we say the mantra will start automatically, it will effortlessly, it will being chanted in your heart. Gurudev says that somebody, you may feel like somebody has taken this responsibility from you, and now he's chanting in your, there is somebody inside you who has taken this responsibility from you now after 15 days. You may feel something like that. So that is nobody but the Guru. So that is the Ajapa Jap. And once you experience that, the Ajapa Jap will slowly, gradually, it will be, speed up. And when the mantra speeds up, and after a divine state, you will start listening different sounds. Now, why you are listening sound? We have a very solid philosophy behind it. In our Hindu philosophy, Kashmiri Shaivism, we say that everything is being originated from the word, the divine word. There was nothing but the word in the beginning of the universe. The same philosophy is common in all the religions. So, with this, we can confidently say that the word has created this world or this universe in which we are living now. Now, as spirituality is also a science similar to the physical science, if one process is possible from top to down, there must be another process to reverse the same from down to top. This is what we call as Sabd Brahm, you know, achieving the Brahm from the word. So this entire, this is a proved philosophy, proved principle. What is that? Keep chanting the mantra, keep chanting the word, and you will uh, attain your original form, that is your self realization and visualization. So you have, from word, you have come down in human form, and now you are behaving like a human. Now you have the process of chanting that mantra or the word, and being associated with that, and reverse the process to achieve the divinity. So this is a very proven and a very simple concept. Now, why do we listen Nad? So when we keep chanting this mantra or the word, the mantra speeds up and then it will convert into the Nad. So the divine sound, we call it as a Nad, doesn't come from anywhere else, but it is the mantra just with the infinite speed. In beginning, you would listen different normal noises or voices or sounds, like uh, you may listen twittering of birds, or you may listen some noise of insects, or you may listen uh, sound of conch or something like that. But towards the end, you will start listening the more divine sounds like Om, that is Omkar. In in our religion, we believe that everything is being created from Om Tat Sat. So that is the main philosophy behind the Nad. Who will listen that Nad? That we are not sure. What kind of sounds a person will listen? That is also not certain. It all depends on his previous births, deeds, and this birth deeds. So whatever is your background of your deeds, and whatever grace or devotion you have towards Gurudev, these two things combiningly decides what kind of different sounds you would listen during this. So I think that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much for your patience. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev. Pankaj Ji, Guru Bhai has nicely explained this one through a philosophy that in the beginning there was a Lord or the God and the Word. From the Word, this world is created by the Lord through this Word, and we have taken this physical form. The entire universe is created by in this physical form by that word. That word maybe in our Hindu philosophy it is called Om. And later on, as we are made up from these divine sounds. If you reverse the process, then you have to you have to go to the highest level of your spiritual evolution through a word. You can reach up to that pinnacle of your spiritual spiritual evolution by a word. That word is the divine word or the mantra given by our Gurudev, that is Sanjeevani mantra. By that mantra, we can reverse our process, and from that, by reversing our process, we can reach to our eternal stage. If you want to reach to our eternal stage, the powerful mantra is the divine word. The powerful mantra is the pathway through which we can reach up to that divine stage. Now, I'd request Mr. Charles to say something on these two topics, or he may share his experience also apart from this. Mr. Charles, check it. Let us see first whether you are audible or not.
Gurudev, can you hear me?
Check it.
Gurudev?
Yes, you check it. Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you for giving me the floor. This topic today is a very familiar topic, listening to what we call in other philosophy the transcendental sounds, or the audible live stream. You hear these sounds, and even before you get to that high level, are you getting me?
Yes, yes. You are audible.
Okay. Before you even get to that high level, you will start hearing from time to time. You will hear some sound. It seems it's coming from in some quiet moments, and even when you are walking on the road, you hear a sound. You hear some sound behind the noises. The sound is very distinct. It will ring in your ears until you will listen to it. Even if there are vehicles passing, you will still hear that sound until it will die out by itself. Yes. So it goes gradually, and it keeps rising. And as our Guru said, it depends on your chanting of the mantra and your dedication and your commitment. Yes. And this sounds, I think the sounds you hear, they mark various levels of your advancement into the invisible world. Like I know that you get to a level, let's say the astral level. For people who want to give these distinctions, you will hear the roar of the sea. Hear like an ocean waves breaking at the beach. Yes, and then at another level, you hear very strong winds like hurricanes. Can even hear the sound of thunder. Yes,
Yes.
sound of thunder. You hear at another level. You hear the sound of buzzing bees. Then you listen to very strong winds blowing.
Yes.
And yes, and then at some level you hear this. You listen to flutes. Single note of a flute. Yes, or a conch and all the like, and then you hear bees buzzing, the buzz of bees. Then you hear birds twittering. Yeah, those are various marks some kind of progress. The sounds become more and more refined. Like when you start hearing a single note of a flute and all the like, oh, you are really going going deeper and deeper into the transcendental worlds. Yes, and as the previous speaker said, everything emanates from the word. Like he quoted, I remember the Bible quote there. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was made flesh and dwelt amongst men. And so this word we are talking about, Gurudev himself is the word. He is the word that came down and dwelt amongst men. And this mantra is the means of connecting with the divine sound. The mantra itself is the divine sound, but it makes you to be connected at in fact to the whole cosmos, yeah, to the visible and invisible dimensions of life. So these sounds are very important because we don't know about them. Some people would think that maybe they are losing their mind or something like that. They start hearing some kind of sounds, some noises. They will not know what is happening. They are very good signs. They are good signs of your spiritual progress. Yes, and they also indicate your connection with Gurudev, because means you are getting closer and closer to him, because he is the word. He's the word made flesh. Because Gurudev himself says he is not the flesh that we see, the body that we see. It will someday disappear from this dimension, but he, as the supreme consciousness, lives on forever. And Gurudev is this light and is this sound itself. That's his true state. And from this, using this mantra, we connect to him directly. Yeah. Thank you for.
Yes. Very nicely summed up, Gurubhai. It was nice to hear you on this topic. Very in detail, you have described everything. And this Nad has a divine sounds. When you start hearing this, had the immense power. It sweeps you within yourself in a fraction of a second and takes us in deep meditation. This divine sounds has such power. So it's a good and positive signs when you hear these sounds and you're progressing inwardly in your spiritual journey. These are the proofs in this GSSY practice. And anything more you want to add about your experiences, or you want to say anything about your meditation thought process?
Yeah, this net, in fact, it acts as a magnet. It acts as a magnet, as you just said. It will keep you in a you'll be so attracted to these sounds. You'll go into some deep meditation. See, because these sounds are like a magnet to you, and they just keep you like in a state of trance. You only want to be listening and listening to these divine sounds and all the like. And so you will be in that very high state. You can be in that state for a very long time. You see, people who think that they were meditating for 15 minutes, they come out of meditation after 3 hours. They don't know what happened. You see? Yes. So it is this sound. It's like some magnet that is drawing you further and further into the world of spirit. Yes. Okay. As regards my practice, well, yes. I do my mantra and meditation every day, at least 3 times, and I set aside some time every morning because I like chanting. I can set about 1 hour or 2 hours that I'm only chanting the mantra, and after that I call that my sadhana. So when I chant for about 2 hours continuously, I meditate at the end of it, and then I just tell myself that even if I forget, and you know you cannot forget, at least I have dedicated some time to do it for that 2 hours. I say if anything fails, at least I have put aside some time to do it, but it will not fail. I just love to do it that way. It's my style. It may not be
Yes.
another person's style. Yeah, I love
Yes.
it. Yes.
We love our sadhana.
Yes, and I realize the more you go you practice, the more you chant, the more you meditate, the more insights you get, the more inspiration, the more in fact you are enlightened. See, because you must do this practice ferociously. There's no time. No, let me just do it a bit. This, in fact, we don't have time. If you look at the amount of time we have left in this world, look at all the incarnations that we came here so many times in various lifetimes until now that we have found Gurudev. So it is high time we take advantage of this opportunity and chant the mantra very ferociously in order to attain our goals. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. That is the most important task we need to perform in this human birth. Rest is rest. What we have taken from this world, it will remain here. Our bank balance, our money, our properties will remain here in this world. We have to leave this world with that divine mantra power. Pankaj Guru Bhai, if you want to say anything, you can add. Satish Pawar, Guru Bhai also joining. If you want to say something, you can share. Otherwise, we have discussed today's topic and we may conclude for today's session if nothing more to say. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, I can see
Mr. Charles, if you want to say anything in just 1 or 2 lines, then we will wrap today's session. I think.
Okay. Well, I don't have much more to say other than that. In fact, these sessions are very important. They rekindle our faith and our dedication to Gurudev. And people may not know it, but in a meeting like this, the power flows. The Shaktipat comes down on us. See, so because they say in the Holy Bible, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am present.
Wow.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am present. That is what Jesus says. And Gurudev quotes Jesus. In fact, they are people of the same tradition, the masters of the same tradition. Even though Christians don't know, and they think, oh, you want
They
to
will know
tell
in the near future.
yes, you want to tell them something about Gurudev. Oh, so no, I only believe in Jesus Christ. No. Actually, so
Yes.
and I think, especially those of us who know about Christianity, who have been Christians, it is our task to create this bridge between Gurudev and Christianity, because the bridge is very clear, very glaring, but we need dedicated people who can, with courage, who can make this connection gently, and Christians will understand. Yes. And it's only Guru Bhais who can do this. And something very important. Once Christians know that the Holy Ghost they are looking for, that Jesus talks about. And, John the Baptist says he baptizes with water, but he who is to come after him will baptize with the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost is Gurudev's Shaktipat that descends. Yes. So
Yes.
if we have Gurubais who can
Yes,
make
as you have rightly uttered the word, we have to gently bridge the gap and let us the world know that Gurudev Siyag is the comforter, and and let the Christians also know that these things. With this line, we would like to wrap up today's session by praying to our Gurudev, our spiritual master Gurudev Sri Ram Lal Siyag. Thanks everyone. We will meet in the same timing on the Sunday, next Sunday, coming Sunday. Jai Gurudev everyone. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you very much, dear Gurudev.